Hey everyone, Dr. Skylar Baku here, and in this video I want to talk about one of my favorite technologies we use in the office, for restoring energy, restoring health back to the body and our cells. It's called the PEMF machine. PEMF stands for Pulse Electromagnetic Field, okay? Or so we say PEMF Therapy or, Pulse Electromagnetic Field Therapy. So, this is the same type of frequency that the Earth produces. So it's not like man-made electromagnetic frequencies like a cell phone, which might be 40 to 60 hertz. The EMFs that this is pumping out are more in line with the frequencies that the Earth naturally produces. Okay, so one of the original reasons this machine was created were for the astronauts. Okay, so they started noticing that the astronauts' health would actually start declining the longer and longer they spent away from the Earth. And one of the big reasons of that was that lack of exposure to the Earth's electromagnetic field, okay? Because this field is super important to our health, as it is, one of our body's ways that it receives energy, okay? It's one of the ways it receives energy in the form of electrons. You see, our bodies run off electrons. So, when we're exposed to the sun or the Earth or things like that, or like being in the ocean, we're being exposed and receiving electrons from those sources as energy, flows from higher sources to lower sources. So definitely the sun or the Earth or the ocean is going to have a higher source of energy than I do. So I'm going to be receiving those electrons, just like all of us would. So only about 10% of electrons that we receive and our body runs off of, are from food and supplements. So that's why a lot of times diet and supplements alone, don't help fully heal our health issues. So they may help us feel better and help our symptoms a lot, but a lot of times by themselves, they don't ultimately completely heal or resolve the health issue or the disease process. So the other thing that we have to look at too is it's believed that the Earth's field, the power that it's putting out, is diminishing in power. So it's reducing the energy believed to be, re-energized to the human body, that we know it re-energizes the human body. So on top of that, we now tend to spend a lot of our time, indoors and disconnected from the Earth, or we're wearing rubber shoes and, all these things. We're less and less connected with that Earth energy, to begin with. So being disconnected from the Earth now and not being connected to a regulator, this is what's contributing to the lack of that vital re-energizing process the body so desperately needs on a regular basis, to heal from, and regenerate itself. So the PEMF machine, it helps to duplicate this energy that's produced from the Earth. So it helps to re-energize every mitochondria in every cell of your body. So the mitochondria we know typically as the powerhouse of the cell. What's the energy maker of the cell? And there's a lot of great studies out now that show PEMF sessions and therapy help to reduce pain, inflammation, help improve circulation. They also help stimulate healing in the bones, ligaments, nerves, and it even increases stem cell production. So it's also been shown to improve the size and shape of our red blood cells and get them unsticky and unsluggish. So that's how it helps with helping to thin the blood, helping to improve circulation and clotting and things like that. Increase the red blood cell size. It helps with better nutrient absorption, oxygen absorption, and just improved ability to detox toxins from our cells as well. So, some of you may be familiar with some of these devices. For instance, the Beamer is probably the most popular brand of PEMF devices out there. I use a brand from Pulse Harmonics. They're actually a company located right here in Colorado, in Longmont, and they make a very powerful unit and a very nice unit because it pumps out the frequency using direct current. So I believe the Beamer uses AC and DC current. But the reason this is a super important distinction is because our bodies receive energy from our environment by way of direct current. So just like when you plug your phone into the wall, it goes direct current into your phone, okay, DC current into the phone. So that's how we want it. We want those electrons from the environment going directly into us, okay? And so that's why I ended up going with Pulse Harmonics, just because it pumps that frequency and most similar to how we receive it in nature. It was also a little cheaper as well, but again, it's just, I thought it was just a better product for what we're using it for and for the healing of the body. So, I typically recommend this therapy in combination with things like the foot bath, just because it's very helpful for detox and energy, or I recommend it along with oxygen therapy, because again, if we can pump up those cells first, then it'll be more apt to receiving oxygen or detoxing that way. So, but, I do have many people that just use it alone, just for its tremendous health benefits for energy and again, detox and just revitalizing all those mitochondria, those energy makers in the cell. Again, I just wanted to talk about that PEMF machine and how much I love it. And I think it's a great tool for healing. And if this sounds like something you're interested in, please don't hesitate to call us, talk to us. I hope you enjoyed this video and just a little info on that device and what we're using here in the office. And our number is 720-998-7956 if you have any questions. Thanks so much again for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.